Taste buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the...
Are we ready? Yeah. Great. I'm so dehydrated. Hey, taste... I got water. Taste buddies. This is all in. Start with I'm so dehydrated. I'm serious. Start with I'm so dehydrated. Taste buddies. Welcome to TASTE Buds.
Lead with a complaint.
I'm very dehydrated. I went to the Juneteenth celebration last night in Central Park.
Okay.
Very spur of the moment to the summer stage. And
I'm hydrated.
I got to see.
I just cursed.
I got to see, how great is this? I got to see Grandmaster Flash and DJ Premier do DJ sets.
Oh, was that the Hip Hop 50? No, oh,
it was for Juneteenth. Yeah, it was really, really cool. It was super fun. But, you know, we had a few pops while we were there, and I did not drink enough water, and we were outside, and I'm a little dehydrated. And then I never ate dinner, so I ate pizza late. I did everything basically except for attending the event wrong.
Okay.
You know, but it was fun.
Who'd you go with?
It was last minute. Paul, Joey Rose's Paul, was like, he's like, hey man, this event's happening.
Was it a free concert?
I don't know if it was free or not, or if he just had. I don't know. He just said, hey, do you want to go to this? And I went up with Ari. Came with us. It was fun.
Oh, cool.
It was really fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we just got off a vacation.
We did, just off of vacation, then straight into the road. I'm seeing a lot of you, dude.
I know. This is like, we were together for 7 or 8 days, then 1 day down, then 3 days on the road, then one day down, and today. So,
and then I'm seeing you again Thursday.
Crunch those numerals. That's in 14 days, I've seen you 12 of them. I'm gonna have to tap out soon myself.
I mean, it's been a lovely run.
For anybody, it's a lot.
It's been a lovely run.
This is just for the listener.
What are you saying?
I'm just talking to the listeners. This is just it's a new thing I do now. It's just for the listener. It's a little segment I call just for the listener.
Was that a Hey Babe thing?
What? No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
It's JFL. I'm doing a JFL real quick. It's been a little bit overwhelming being with him for 12 out of 14 days. And I think that despite me being, if I could be, his best friend in the world, it doesn't matter. It's just too much. The dose is too high of DeRosa. And I think that no matter who you are, you'd be looking for an out at this point. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do a couple of episodes with him. I'm going to do the best I can. And then we actually have to go to a concert
burnt
tonight.
Out at this point.
And after we go to the concert
Nobody
tonight,
wants to
I'm
listen
trying
to
not to see this guy
not
for
even
another
fans
2-3 weeks. Men. JFL's done.
Okay. Did you say
it's a sidebar? It's a
anything positive?
What?
Did you say anything positive?
But it's nice to have friends like that.
It's nice to have friends like that. I heard that.
All
right. Was it a positive story or negative?
No, I just was saying that how I've seen you too much, and it doesn't matter who you are, you can't see someone that much. And I'm going to need a break after tonight's concert.
I might not go tonight.
Great. The break starts earlier.
We're supposed to go.
Are you really not?
Can I say on air what we're? Yeah, I can say because this is after.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Well, you got us tickets to see The Cure tonight.
Yes, I did.
I can't think of a bigger pendulum swing in music events from Juneteenth with Grandmaster Flash and DJ Premier to The Cure. like emotional, it's just funny. Like awesome party, celebratory, hip hop, exuding confidence, strength to The Cure. 4 guys moping around the stage,
wailing,
whining.
4 guys melodically wailing,
dreary.
I mean, look. I know 8, 9 Cure songs that I really love.
I looked at the set list already.
I know. They don't even turn up to the popular ones until the second encore. But I just saw Love Cats on there. I love Love Cats. It's not on the set list. So I mean,
out of the 3 albums I have, they play selections from one of those albums.
Okay.
It's heavy albums I don't have.
Yeah.
And
no, I know.
It's also
what you got to do here is get on board.
It's a 3-hour show.
It's a 3-hour show.
Patty Walsh went, and he said it was amazing, and he was like, I strongly urge you to go. He goes, it's a 3-hour show. But
No, but that's with the opener, isn't it?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If I don't go tonight, I know I'm out the ticket, which seems like a loss, but I got an offer from Paul, once again, to go tomorrow night and sit in a skybox with an open bar and free food. And I'm like, well, if I don't go tonight, I could cash in on that.
Wow. There you have it. This is kind of like, getting to know Joe even more today. That's all you need to hear.
It's not about friendship or that's better.
We have pretty good seats.
We have great seats.
We're in section 108. It's good seats.
I don't even want to ask. How much do these tickets?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
They didn't tell you?
No, I had to I guess wait till the charge hits. I mean, it's probably like those seats nowadays for anybody you go there for a couple $100 maybe. I don't know.
You got them through your agents. You'd think your agent say it's on the arm.
I didn't get it from my
You're
agents.
a good earner.
I didn't get it
kid.
from my agent.
Who'd you get it from?
I bought them.
You just bought them?
Well, I get the Live Nation section access to that.
Yes.
But I pay for them.
No, you pay. But I'm saying you can't get those. You have to get those through. Meaning you have to get access to buy
the
them.
Connections at the Garden have
Right.
a section that
But you're getting them at face value. They're not
face
marked up
value.
or
Face
anything.
value.
Yeah. Okay, I thought your agents were getting you them at face value.
No, if my agents would get me them, I would hope they'd be free.
Well, that's why I made the joke of you're a good earner kid. And this kid is a good earner because we came back from our 7-day vacation that Sal apparently just quietly told all the listeners was a horror show because he had to be around me for 7 days.
I didn't say that.
I mean, it's.
You didn't hear what was said in the JFL?
It wasn't anything positive. You got to stop calling it JFL. You're going to get sued by JFL, the festival, the biggest
No,
comedy
they don't have a
festival.
hold on letters.
Really?
Yeah. It's an acronym.
It's called JFL.
Yeah, I mean,
You think if you
mine
called
is
something
just for the-
NWA, you wouldn't
just for
run into
listeners.
problems?
Just for listeners.
WWF had to change their name to WWE because of the Wildlife Foundation.
No.
Yes.
No, it's because they
No.
they went to entertainment.
No, that they did that because I'm dead serious. The Wildlife Foundation, you know that, right?
I'm not sure I do.
Yeah, they got into the wildlife.
The World Wildlife Foundation?
Yeah, it's called the WWF, and there was.
Well, they complained about that a little late in the game, no?
I bet
It
you
was WWF for a decade.
after the World Wildlife Fund. I bet you that legal fight was going on for 30 years, and they finally won. I don't think that was like an overnighter.
Well, JFL in this context is something new I'm coining. It's going to be a new segment on the show when I need an aside just to the listener.
You're going to run into problems.
I'm not going to run into anything.
I went out with you after this is what I was going to say, Pimp, and I'll say it out loud because I'm proud. And I'll say it to everybody. I don't need to whisper anything. I have been with Sal for the last 13 days. We haven't had one argument. Not one argument. I would say not even a tense moment. The most tense moment we had was we were in the pool at one point, and I pitched you an idea for a reality show where a married couple has to stay in a house full of bachelors. And he wasn't that into it. And that was kind of it.
That's a great concept.
It is a great concept. I
mean, look, concepts are a dime a dozen. I mean, give me the meat. Tell me how it's sustaining. Tell me how it's producible. What am I watching?
There's no writer's strike.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Good point.
Ari got it immediately. Ari came out mid conversation
I get
and he
it,
goes,
but where's the show?
But this is why I like Ari. He goes, "What are you guys talking about?" I go, "I'm pitching him an idea." This is why I like Ari. Ari comes out. He goes, "What are you talking about?" And I said, "I'm talking about this. I've been a bachelor my whole life, all right? And I can't tell you how many times I go to an event or something, and it's a bunch of couples, and I go, I don't want to be the only single person. And all the couples go, oh, no, we're not those kind of whatever, right? And I said, so I have an idea for a reality show. I go, you take a married couple, and Ari goes, and put them in a house full of bachelors? Yes, that's awesome. And I was like, you get it, my friend. This guy, holy cow.
What's the show?
He's going, how is it? How do you monetize this? How do you, I mean, this, whoa, Jesus.
Jeez Louise. Pimp,
wall
we
just fell.
almost lost Pimp for good.
Holy cow. For those of you at home that don't know what just happened, because you can't see it, obviously, Pimp has put up Asian dressing, those folding things that you.
It's literally
change behind.
poster board.
But
It's in the it's fashioned like a scrim, maybe. Yeah,
is that what that's called, a
I
scrim?
believe so.
It looks like something a ninja would
It's
get
so funny
dressed
that
behind.
you put up Asian. It's literally white poster board.
I know. I'm making the joke
I know.
of yeah. Well, way to go with it. The see nothing
like there's a woman changing behind it. We see her silhouette.
and then she turns out to be half dragon.
Yeah.
Some weird reveal. The anyway, we had a great time. And it was never really a tense. I don't think.
No, but the show, I need to know what the show is. I can't just sign off on a broad idea.
I'll circle back. I'll
All right,
circle
yeah.
back. Or as I said in the pool,
Put a pin in it.
I'll take it to Q and get it made.
I'm telling you, listen, you could throw me 100 ideas, but I want to help you have an idea that gets picked up and stays on the air.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm asking the questions that
I could care
people are
less.
going to ask.
I'm going for a cash grab, in and out. Let me get it. Let me get it
Well,
fast.
it sounds like you guys are having a great Pride Month.
It still has to
We
get
are.
picked up.
We are.
Yeah,
So then we came back, and then when I went on
I'm
tour.
always with you during Pride. Now that I think about it,
Yeah. it
because
is
I
weird.
remember the last few Pride
Yeah.
months, and we were like, we always
we
do
have the
something.
Pride shirts
It's summer.
still.
It's eventful.
Do you guys think you could actually have a relationship romantically?
Him and I.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
In the
Physical sense? No, I can't be physical with him.
no, you wouldn't
I
flip
can't
for
do
Joe?
that.
No.
Nah, it's not for me.
I think I could.
I don't mean guys. I mean him.
a lot of
No,
shots.
no.
Taking a lot of shots.
No,
there.
I couldn't be romantically involved with a man.
I
I mean,
don't
God
think I
bless.
could
Just, I
love
can't.
you for who you are as a person.
Really? Isn't that what you do as a friend?
No, just kidding.
I know you're kidding. I'm literally going with the flow.
All right, fair enough. I could not be sexual with him, but
It sounds even weird just to hear him say it.
but I do think I could live with you in a companion sense. I think we would actually be quite good for each other. I think we would have a nice balance out, and we have enough crossover in the neat department and in the OCD department that I think
I could not live with a sloppy roommate.
I'm as neat. I'm insanely organized.
Yeah.
So I think we would get along very well in the domestic sense. I think we'd have a lot of things we like to watch together. I think we'd have a lot of laughs.
Okay.
I like to cook. You know, I think this could work.
All right. Well, I don't love being like very stressed out all the time. So for those reasons, I'm out. Dun 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 dun.
I would think that
Dun, dun.
you would take that and say I could emotionally support you as being somebody who cooks for me.
Yeah. No, I made a Shark Tank joke.
Oh, is that a Shark Tank joke?
Yeah.
I don't watch it.
Oh, you
never
should.
watch. And my
Oh,
dad
it's
loves
great.
it.
It's good television.
My dad loves. I've seen it. I know it's
Now that's good television. See,
not for me.
that's in syndication. That's in its 12th, 13th, 15th season. You think
Uh,
they went in there and they're like, let me just explain something to you. We sit in a chair. Well, that's what they did do.
You know what I don't like about it? I don't like the element of. I don't like how candid the sharks are about how wealthy they are. I think that becomes kind of gross after a while.
I don't
Like
really
I
think
watched
they
the
do
one.
that.
Well, I watched the one Shark Tank guy on Smartless, and he's
Mark
like,
Cuban.
yeah, and he tells the story of like I don't know his name, Mark Cuban, like that's his real name. This is like a wrestler.
Okay.
You know. So anyway, but I watch people will get mad in the comments.
Yeah.
That's his real name.
Yeah, I watched it. I saw it.
And he's like gleefully telling the story of like the day he became a billionaire
Well, they
and
asked-
watch. I know, but it's like it's just a little. There's a lot of that I feel like on Shark Tank where it's not
don't think there is,
It's
but-
not it's not indulgent, but there's a lot of. I've made a lot of money, and I know money, and it's like okay, yeah, I don't need to hear this.
Okay, well then don't watch it. I'm not going to force you to watch it.
Thank you.
I think it's fantastic.
I know you do.
It's
I like
great.
the lady. I like the blonde lady.
Barbara Corcoran.
I don't know any of their names, so
She's Corcoran Real Estate.
she's great. She's great. No nonsense. Doesn't need to impress anybody.
You don't know Lori? Lori's awesome.
Which one's Lori?
She's the queen of QVC.
Don't know Lori. I mean, if I saw her, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch
She's a
it. I'll give
personal
it another
friend.
shot. It's not my type of TV, Shark Tank.
Okay.
You know?
I like it because you could put it on at any time, pick up wherever you are. You could watch stuff again and forget what happened. It's very repeatable. And honestly, every single one is interesting. It just doesn't get old. It's like cooking shows to me. I don't know why I love them so much, but I could watch certain people cook or cooking competitions
cooking shows.
over and over and over. It's just a perfect like on in the background kind of like, and then there's, I don't know, and each pitch is like its own thing. It's digestible. It's like 5-6 minutes, and you have a whole beginning, middle, and end. You're on a wild ride. It gets emotional. They're just as much sometimes profiles on people than anything else. And then I love the actual strategies between the sharks and seeing them fight and it has all the right ingredients for a hit show.
You don't feel like it's like a byproduct of like corporate greed and the in perpetuity contracts?
That's what I mean. I feel like there's a little
those,
bit of
those
that vibe.
things exist in perpetuity contracts, and it's up to them whether they feel it's the right fit for them or not. It's still it still will boost your business acumen.
That I get, but yeah, I don't know. It's
also
you know what it is.
a
Here's
lesson in
what it is.
negotiating.
Here's what it is.
It's good to see. I don't know. To me, it's fascinating.
I don't think it's. I disagree with you there. I do not think it's a great lesson in negotiating. I think it's a lesson in high-powered negotiating, and I don't think that that's applicable to most people. And I think that it's a very take it or leave it vibe a lot of the time, which people, who I am one, who very much want to kickstart a mom and pop dream product or store or whatever. I don't think that's always the best way to be, the best position to be in. That said, they're going in voluntarily. I'm not saying anybody's being taken advantage of or anything. But I agree with Pimp, and I think Pimp, you put your finger on it. It's not that they're gloating in their wealth. I just feel like it's a microcosmic example of America and this mentality we have of like, you're not successful unless you hit this dollar number. And I think that that's a very toxic way to think.
It feels like almost like
I
big.
don't get that at all.
It feels like big pirate ships pulling up to a good idea to rob it of its.
I don't know, man. I mean, you watch many success stories. I believe the pillars of negotiation are the same no matter what.
But the success stories are based in units, dollars. You know what I mean? It's never.
Well, it's business. It's retail. It's selling a product or service.
I get that, but there are a lot of tiers to success.
Sure.
In a product and stuff. And I don't like that the only version of success with Shark Tank is if you don't sell this many million, you're a failure and it's not worth my time.
It's not really that though. I mean, that's just a
maybe
general.
I'm missing something.
That's a general business belief. I'm sure.
I think it's a bad belief.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
No, I like it.
I take that back. I don't necessarily think it's a bad. I want to be careful with my words here. I don't think it's a bad belief. I think it's bad to think that if you
don't let the sharks hear you.
If you don't achieve that, you have failed. That's what I think.
But in business, you either have to thrive or not.
But business could mean I make a very.
I'm not saying prioritize what you see value in life, and then that this latch on to something where like material and money represents value or importance. I'm not saying that, but this is specifically about business.
Well, it's about high-powered capitalism business.
Okay.
It's not about, you would never see a thing on Shark Tank where they go, it's a licorice store and it will make $150,000 a year in profits, and that will be more than enough to support me and my family and keep our tiny board of investors made up of my aunts.
You do see that though. Sometimes they'll say, look, you guys seem like you're doing all the right things. I don't know what I could add to you. You guys are self-sustainable. You should be doing exactly what you're doing, and you're going to be very successful. It's just I have nothing to add to you.
Then I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Then I'm wrong. See, I can admit I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm. You were saying at the beginning of this, though, that you said that I am I don't know if you said hard worker. You were about to say a thought.
Said a big earner. Good earner.
You said at the end of we just did it, and at the end of the week.
Yeah, I
You were
said
about to say
I said you're a
something.
good earner because I went on tour with the Jokers.
Oh, so
And
at the
I
end
saw
of
the way
at the
this
end of the
kid earns.
vacation week. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't catch up.
I was saying they could the least that your agents could do is slip you a few cure tickets.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
didn't
bleep
ask.
that.
Maybe I should have asked.
The what's that?
Maybe I should have
I
asked.
was yeah, but I'm just being funny.
No, I'm saying, but maybe I should have asked.
Maybe you should have. Maybe they should have offered. Is what I'm saying. Maybe there's a gift basket when you get back from the tour. Thanks for all you do. Arena number 77 down. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out.
I would send an email if I were you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We went out. I opened for you guys for 3 shows.
Fun. We had fun.
I had a great time. I hung out with you and Q a ton. I had so much fun. I bonded a lot with Murr, which was really nice.
Okay.
I didn't really know Murr very well, and I had a great time talking to him. I laughed with him a lot.
Yeah.
And
Did you enjoy the crowds?
I had great time on stage. I was terrified.
You
that
were
I was gonna-
overthinking it prior.
Well, I don't. Here's why I don't think I was overthinking it. I think my fear and anxiety is what it was 2 decades plus of stand-up comedy going. This is not something you just waltz out and do. You have to have your shit together. You have to have a plan of attack. You have to know how to do this. And if you don't do it the right way, it's not going to go well. That is 100% true.
Okay.
With that kind of show.
Yeah.
It is not, you're in an arena, you're going out in front of an act that the audience is positively rabid to see.
Right.
There is zero interest in anything that is preventing them from getting to that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, but that would make it sound like they really
They weren't rude.
chew you up and spit you out.
No, they weren't rude. They weren't like, I'm not saying like they would have booed you.
Right.
Yeah, just
Well, no.
check the phone.
What I was doing,
during
because you
the
said
pod.
the arena, so I just want to say that July 27, 28, 29 is the last weekend of the leg of this Joker's tour.
Right.
So it's Nashville, Indianapolis, and St. Louis on those dates. And then we're not touring again until the second leg of this tour until the new year, because I start touring again solo because I'm shooting the special in December in Chicago.
Right.
So
It's
I'm just- I was
interesting
just
how you
thinking-
turn a personal story that I'm trying to tell you into a plug for yourself.
I thought it was pretty good.
That is really just incredible, dude.
I know, but I'm an earner.
No wonder you
So
like
just
Shark
said-
Tank.
We were talking about me being an earner. I'm just plugging it. I'm playing the Grand Old Opry. You got to come to that Gamebridge Fieldhouse, you know? Stifle Theater, 2 shows, St. Louis. 27 tickets available at impracticaljokerslive.com right now. Not to mention my solo dates going on sale soon. Another 20 cities through August and August through November. And then the big one, I chose you, Chicago, to film my special on December 1st and 2nd. December 2nd, sorry, at the Vic Theater. So be on the lookout for that, because they're going to go fast and I really want you there, and God bless. And let's just, hold on. I'm just doing a JFL real quick. So guys, just check out salvulcanocomedy.com for my solo dates, and I'm just going to take it
Can't
back
wait
to
to see the
DeRosa for a
comments of people
second.
saying how not funny this is.
Just so
I
you know,
can't
guys, just so
wait.
you know about the comments, I'm
I'm
not
going to
trying to be
revel
funny.
in reading
Literally
those.
not trying to be funny. This is just a way for me to talk to you and not have to deal with the fallout of his temper. Okay, thank you.
Did you just quietly plug? Please tell me you didn't do that.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I would.
Maybe today is the tension that wasn't happening over the last 2 weeks that I've spent with him. Maybe it's all just coming up today, finally. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. They're helping you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. That means they're made already. You get them, you microwave them for about 2 minutes, and that's it. You're done. All you do is heat and then eat. And then you can go back outside or go back to the bathtub. I don't know if you get out of the bathtub to eat, but if you do, this is a good option for you. Maybe you just need to take a quick break at work and you want to eat something delicious and hearty and worth eating, and not something junky and crappy like a lot of microwave food is. Well, Factor's giving you quality food that you can eat very quickly. Again, 2 minutes. That's all it takes to heat this up. Try delicious, dietitian-approved calorie-smart meals with around or less than 550 calories per serving. If you need an extra protein boost to support your wellness goals, try the Protein Plus Meals option with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. You can elevate your eating at home with the new upscale Surf and Turf. There's a Surf and there's surf and turf, there's surf and surf meal options. I like that, which feature things like roasted garlic filet mignon and shrimp, or Cajun spice shrimp and salmon. I love it. It's delicious. It's flavor packed. They've got vegan options. They've got veggie options. It's whatever your lifestyle is. There are 34 plus chef prepared, dietitian approved weekly options. So go to Factor. It's great. Check it out. Head to factormeals.com/tastebuds50. Use promo code tastebuds50 to get 50% off your first box. That's code tastebuds50 at factormeals.com/tastebuds50 to get 50% off your first box. Joe DeRosa here to tell you about our sponsor, nuts.com. Folks, do you like cashews? Do you like gummy bears? Do you like olives? What about popcorn, saltwater taffy, trail mix, sesame sticks, dried fruit? My God, the list goes on and on and on. Nuts.com has it all. I love this place. They're going to let you get those nuts for the quick snack on the go. You grab it on the way out the door, whatever. Let's talk about the why you might need the nuts. 11 a.m. feeling, they call it. It's after breakfast. It's not quite lunch. You've been eating healthy, and you're trying, you don't want to nom down, as they say, on a donut, but you're famished. You feel like you need something. Well, you need something, and it should be something that's not a donut, not a cupcake, not candy. Get yourself something from nuts.com. Nuts.com, your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dried fruit, sweets, they do have candy, pantry staples like specialty flours and more. It's just a wide selection, and there's something for everybody. I love it. So anyway, right now, nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $29 or more. You just go to nuts.com/tastebuds. Check out all of the delicious options at nuts.com/tastebuds. You'll receive a free gift and free shipping when you spend $29 or more. That's nuts.com/tastebuds.
You think tension's built? You know what? See what's happens here? I just noticed that. Look at that. See that on the inside of your chair right here? See that black spot right there on the inside of your chair?
Yeah.
That's from people doing this. That's the floor making the chair black on the side because we put our legs up.
Fascinating.
I got to hit that with like some type of cleaner, like a 4M or something. Was it 3M? 3M.
So save this content for the solo tour.
I want to put like a...
I mean, this is...
I want to put like one of those things on it that for stains and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the act. This is more interesting.
You don't like my closer? You don't like my closer about the shoes on the chairs?
No, I don't think I overthought that at all. I think that it's a crowd rabid to see you guys, and I think that if you're going to postpone them from seeing you for any period of time, you need to have your shit together.
Sure, that's true.
And
I thought you were more worried about the content of your...
Well, I was because there are literal children in the audience.
There are a few.
Yeah. Well, there were more than a few. I mean, it wasn't like
a dozen, maybe.
It wasn't
5, 6.
Well, I don't know. It was a lot of people.
I mean, it's an
thousands of
arena,
people,
so
but-
we suggest 16 plus, but we just suggest it, and so sometimes families come with their kids.
I also
but it's 99.5 or 99.9%. It's 99.9% adults.
I couldn't
arena
tell you
of thousands and thousands and thousands, 5, 6 kids.
No, it was more than 5 or 6. I would go out and look each night at the audience when the lights were on.
It wasn't that much.
It's not a ton, but the point is there's kids there.
Sure.
So when you see kids, you think. In fact,
when
I was talking to Brian on the plane, and I said I'm a little worried about like this joke or that joke. He goes, well, there are kids there. Like it wasn't something to not make a note of. And it also was not the kind of, whether it was 5 kids or 15 or 100 or whatever, doesn't matter. It's still not the kind of show where you can go out and do anything goes material. Like there's a certain type of material that would work, and there was a certain line that if you crossed it would have been too much.
Right.
I think that's fair. And that's not a bad thing. It's just what it is.
I just think you thought the line was more strict than it was.
Because because here's why. The second I see a kid or hear kids will be there, I forget that every kid wasn't raised the way I was, where like it's like
in the ditch.
Rated R is off limits until you're like 13 or 14.
Okay.
And like, your mom is, turning the channel at things with foul language, and you know what I mean? Like, and
that's always
you
the most
forget.
awkward thing when like you watch like a movie was on when I was little and there's like a sex scene. And you're all watching as a family. You're watching something, and like, all of a sudden people are banging, and you're just like, oh.
It's still like I'll leave the room if like a sex scene or something comes on when I'm with my parents.
And everyone's
so
like,
weird.
everyone just is kind of like,
yeah, it's very weird. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I
That
wanted
happened
to
me a lot.
watch The
That's interesting.
Whale.
I'm gonna write that down.
I wanted to watch The Whale with my mom.
Okay.
But I can't because there's the first time you see Brendan Fraser's character, he's furiously masturbating to gay.
No.
Like
Spoiler alert.
And
That's
it's not
that
that
is a
it's
spoiler alert.
It's not that it's gay. It's a masturbation scene. It's awkward. I watched it on a plane and I was like, "Ooh, this is a little awkward."
But what are you afraid of?
I can't be in a room with my mom when something like that comes on the television. I just can't handle it. It's too awkward to me. It's just weird. It's, call it a Catholic upbringing, whatever. But and my mom would probably just be like, all right, it's a little, what are you going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's me.
Did you say he was furiously masturbating?
No,
Did you use the word furious?
Yes.
So what denotes a furious masturbation?
Well, that's just a term that people use.
Yes, I understand, but I'm saying in the film,
it's a heavy, grunty masturbating that's happening, and
a heavy grunty.
It'll make.
Did you singularize masturbation? Did you say it was a heavy grunty masturbate?
I don't know.
Is that what you just said?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I might have, but
it's a terrible word. We need a new word for it. The word is off-putting.
Right.
It is. Masturbation. It's just like, I don't know if it's odd or I don't know what it calls up for me, but the word is off-putting.
But here I am. I did 2 masturbation jokes in front of your audience, and they laughed. But I thought it'd be too much. They weren't like dirty jokes necessarily.
Right.
But I did one about I had to do a semen sample for my doctor. And, I don't know. I just, I'm like, can I say the F word? Like, I didn't know that it was so.
Let them fly.
Sure. But like, just going in, I was nervous. But I'm glad I was nervous. If I didn't, it made me take it like extra seriously.
Sure.
And it made it a great time. It made it really rewarding.
Now, we didn't tell, until like the second show, we didn't tell anyone that you were going to be there. Did you get, like when you walked out, when it was a surprise before we announced it on socials? I mean, most of the people didn't know you were going to be there. Did you hear any Taste Buddies fans in the audience get surprised?
I met some after the shows and stuff, like at the end when you go up and say goodnight.
Yeah.
I met some during that part. I would say though, and then some messaged me and stuff, but like, it seems like the podcast audience versus the Joker's audience, there's not a ton of crossover.
Okay.
I don't think. I might be wrong,
I don't
but
know.
it seems, and it might be very different for Hey Babe, I don't know. But whereas with your stand-up solo shows, way more crossover.
Yeah.
Like way more.
Yeah.
But those were also much smaller audiences. I don't mean that as a
That's something
joke,
I'm always working at, educating my television audience of my comedy audience. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the other thing I was nervous about. Like when I'm going out with you, it's fans of you who are also fans of the Jokers, who are also fans of Taste Buds, who are also fans of these other things. But they're fans of you first, and I have a pretty close association with you at this point.
Yeah.
The Jokers is its own entity, and I'm like, for all I know, half this audience could be here because they love Murr. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have no connection to him whatsoever. I don't know like how it works. So it was just kind of a different thing, but it was awesome. The crowds were amazing. I had a great time. It was so cool. It was fun flexing that muscle again. I hadn't been in an arena in a while. That's always fun when you go out and do it and go, oh, I know how to do stand-up like this.
It's a different muscle kind of a little bit.
But the best part was spending time with you and Q.
It was fun.
And like bonding every night. It was so great.
That was good. It was a good weekend. I don't normally even hang on weekends nowadays, but like we did hang each night a little bit. In the room, in the hotel and stuff, hanging, not like going out, but like I did like that. You said entity before. You pronounced it perfectly, but it made me think like no one ever says entity. And it's the same exact.
Entity.
Yeah. But I'm going to start saying entity. Because it's funny because you're not saying anything bad, but you will throw the person off that you're talking to in that setting.
Yeah.
You know? Like if I'm making a new LLC, I need a new business entity. And if I said that to on the Zoom with the lawyers and the accountants and stuff,
Please call it entity.
entity.
I don't know
Entity.
I don't know why you would.
Entity.
Titty.
Entity.
Or A-N-D, titty.
Entity. If I said to you right now, it's a whole different entity, would you say?
I wouldn't know what
did
word you were
say?
saying. I swear to God, I wouldn't even know what word you were saying.
Entity?
It's so weird how subtle that difference in inflection is.
Yeah.
And yet it flips the word on its ear completely.
Entity.
I literally wouldn't know what word you were saying.
It's my business entity.
If you
Wait,
said
am I saying now? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Can I talk to you about my business entity? Did that sound normal to you?
No.
Because now it's starting to sound normal to me again. Entity, entity. You see the difference? It's hitting that
Yes.
second T. Entity.
it's
Or just pausing slightly after the end. Entity. 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 See the difference? Entity is so much. Do you say tit or tits? Do you say tits or titties? Because I think you really like. I think people latch on to one of those phrases. Like when you're referring to breasts of the female variety, are you saying, "Oh, those are nice tits. Those are a nice tit. That's a nice." Or
I'd say
her tit fell out by accident. It was a nipple. Or do you say she's got good
more
titty-
examples, please. I'm not catching
titties
the
and tits?
concept. Please be
Well,
more
which
specific.
Which one are you?
I say gazongas, like it's 1984. I say tit. I never, ever
Say titties.
say titties or titty. It is the
It's such a funny word.
it's the trashiest, grossest way to say it. It makes me sick. I have friends that exclusively say it that way,
they're both
and
of
I
them-
think less of them.
I think both of them are like arguably two of the most funny words in the language of our.
But I have friends that say it. That's just their word. Big Jay Okerson,
Yeah.
and he's public about this. I'm not talking out of school. He says like titties, and I'm like, what are you, a porn photographer in the valley? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's so gross.
I don't think titties is in the dictionary. I don't think titty is because I tried titty on Wordle. No, I didn't. It was like no, on spelling bee. On spelling bee, and it didn't come out.
Nobody's said titties since the editor of Swank magazine. Like, you know what I mean? Like some guy with DeStefano glasses on behind a desk with like those Boss Hog horns on it. Now, boys, I sell titties. You know what I mean? Like,
Let me explain to you what we do here. I am in the titty business. Titties is more fun. They're both fun because tits has that curtness to it, but titties is just fun. It's stupid and embarrassing. It's silly, but titties sounds like a lot of titties. Like if you say, "Oh man, I went there and the tits were out," I feel like that's one person. If you go there and be like, "Oh, dude, titties were out,"
don't say the top's down.
it sounds like
Say the
you're talking
titties
about
is out.
hundreds of titties, right?
Nas?
You say, oh yeah,
yeah.
you say tits and you think it's a pair of tits. You say titties, you think it's like 200-300 pairs of titties. Yes or no?
No.
I had to get out of there. There was titties everywhere. No?
Yeah, if
You would
you
say, just, dude, do not go in there. There's just titties everywhere. You wouldn't say, dude, don't go in there.
If you say
Tits.
there's titties everywhere, then that's very different. Yeah, that's insinuating that it's a lot. But I'm saying if I just hear the word in general, no, I don't think of like I just think of a pair.
Well, if you
of breasts.
say they got tits out in there, I don't know. I feel like tits is more singular for some reason in my head. Titty sounds like a party.
But it's way better than breasts.
yeah, breast sucks.
Breast is very biological.
I've noticed, and I don't know if I'm accurate here in this, but I think I am. Women that I know, big upswing on boobs again. I feel like boobs is getting a lot of use these days.
Oh, you mean boobies? Boobies is horrific. Boobies sounds like you're in the third grade, you know, and you're saying it on a calculator.
Yeah.
I cursed. Booby, we're trying to limit them. Apparently, we're getting flack from people. To not curse. All right. Just the cashola, and we're trying to make it. So that's what we're doing.
But this is kind of interesting. The what masturbation actually means. The word.
Oh, what does it mean?
It's on the screen.
Oh, in other words, translated literally, according to this theory, an interpretation of masturbation could well be to make one stupid by hand. A pretty damn accurate assessment. I'm sure you'll agree. Wow. So, long-standing explanation is.
They said it's from like ancient Greece, and they couldn't figure out how this word was invented. It was just been passed down.
Linking the word masturbation with the word for turbo.
Turbo. Mass.
Man.
The mass syllable.
Obviously, we know man is hand.
The mass syllable comes from a much more ancient term for penis, which is mazdo. But little evidence exists to support this. That's a claim. Okay, it's secondary
Language
theory.
is wild.
Huh?
It's just wild. Like you could trace each word back to sometimes a particular moment.
That's
unless
why
there was some group thinking going on. But like this stuff it's always wild to me when I think about words.
That's why I hate when somebody. Two types of people do this. People will there are people that will misuse a word that will say what I'm about to say. They'll purposefully misuse it to fit their own needs. And then there's another type of person that will use a really harsh, unsavory word and say, they both will use this excuse. You'll say, you shouldn't say that word, or that's weird that you're using that term incorrectly. It actually means this. Though both people will go, oh, it's all language. It's all language. Nothing means what it used to. And it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. There's got to be some boundary, or defining. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but it's getting kind of crazy where people are like, it's crazy how misused terms are just freely.
I
now.
know. I feel like we don't make new words anymore. Like I feel like the things that are added to the dict every year are like slang, or combinations of words that exist. Is there like a wordsmith that is creating words that is getting into the? Who's Webster and why is he, and who's Merriam?
We should get to the battle. Speaking of words,
where are we at, Pimp?
40 minutes.
Oh,
we got to get to the battle.
okay.
Okay, today's battle is paper cut versus stub toe. Which is worse? I will be defending stub toe as the worst of the two. Sal is taking on paper cut, and it is time to B-A-T-T-L-E Do we need a salty? I
buds.
feel like we got to get amped up a little bit here.
A song?
A salty.
Oh,
To get amped up.
really? We've been trading jabs.
Okay.
No, just come on, baby. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to snap at me again?
You need
What am
to
I,
have
dog?
you need to have a salty
All
in
right,
order
all right, all right.
to
Here we
bring
go.
it. Hey, come on.
Yeah, all right.
You ever see someone snap at a?
It's weird that you put your hair like that. Time to B-A-T-T-L-E buds.
So you snuck in a salty without even the thing of it? I had a hat on all day. What do you want from me?
Here's why stub toe is worse.
Is it that bad?
It could be a stub toe.
Is that
No,
bad?
it's fine. I'm joking.
All right.
It's a stub toe.
You wouldn't do this?
I would.
Okay.
And you would get as equally annoyed with me. And this is why we'd be a good married couple.
Okay, go ahead.
You see how he talks to me? Remember that Seinfeld?
I made this dinner, by the way, which was for two. When Kramer starts working at Brent Leland.
That one's so great.
Or was that yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Wait, we need to let you go. I don't even really work here. That's what makes this so hard.
That's what makes it so difficult. That's what makes it so difficult. What's in your briefcase? Crackers.
No, I was talking to
You
the
don't
one.
sell the sizzle. You don't sell the steak. You sell the sizzle.
I was referencing the. Not that there's anything wrong with that episode.
Yeah.
I've been out. I was never in.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're arguing, and George goes, "You see how he talks to me."
Yeah.
All right. So I think stub toe is worse. Here's why. A stubbed toe. I mean, look, both of these are shockers, but the initial pain of a stub toe to me is far greater than the initial pain of a paper cut. And though the pain of both fades, there's one thing you can do with the stub toe that is not even a variable with a paper cut, which is you can break your toe.
I knew you were going to pull that out. And I would say,
I've done it.
In my life, I've stubbed my toe probably, I don't even know what, let's call it in my life 20 times. I don't know. Maybe 50. Who the
20 is
I
low.
cursed again. Jesus Lord.
20 is low, dude.
A 50?
I bet you it's in the hundreds.
I'm sure I'd stub my toe once or twice a year.
Toe stubs are like, I feel like it's like one of those numbers where they're like, you touch your face 75,000 times a day. You know what I mean? You're like, I do?
But I knew you were going to go to breaking the foot, and that is so extreme.
Not the foot, the toe.
The toe. It's so extreme
toe.
to me. So I'm like, I do agree that if you break your toe, stubbing a toe is worse. And I think that what you're going to get from everybody is, what are you talking about? You could break your toe if you stub your toe. And that's going to lean on that. But it's like, I was just having a conversation with Santino about, he's saying airplanes are the safest thing in the goddamn world. And I was like, no. And he's like, dude, the percentages of crashes versus flights is insane. And I feel like with the stubbed toe, the percentage that you break your toe on a stubbed toe is extremely low. And so I don't want to hang the whole battle on that. What I feel about a stubbed toe is, yes, in that moment, I would say stubbed toe in general might be more painful. I actually used to do a bit where, like, if you really want to get to know a person, and be around them when they stub their toe and listen to the words that come out of their mouth.
Right.
Because when people stub their toe, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't do that with a paper cut. Here's the other thing that a paper cut won't do.
I don't know.
Here's the other thing a paper cut won't do that a stub toe will, which makes a stub toe worse, in my opinion. You stub your toe, you're hobbling around that room.
You're doing a skip for 20 seconds until it goes away.
I'd say it's a good 2 minutes.
My issue with the paper cut is that it lingers and it keeps reopening over and over, and you get acid on it, and you get
Acid?
it burns. Yeah, like
I mean,
I
like
used to
acidic,
bartend,
like lemon.
and I used to get little cuts all the time.
If you're a bartender, there's no.
But I'm saying you could squeeze a whole lemon on
competition
a
here.
stubbed toe, no big deal. I mean, once you have it's an open wound versus hitting yourself and then just like kind of walking it off. But with a paper cut, especially if you get it in a horrible place, like a hand that's active or a place that bends a lot, it just keeps reopening, get infected. It's burning. You could have a paper cut.
Look at that.
You could have a paper cut a week after you cut your hand.
Look at these.
Oh God! Oh, see, now you're never gonna get a visceral reaction like that from talking about a stubbed toe. I'm looking at paper cuts right on the edge of people.
These are stubbed toes.
Oh, that looks like a paper cut right on his toe right there.
No, these are stubbed toe
Well, that guy
accidents.
is literally missing half a foot. That's a stubbed toe accident. Yes, this is the worst of the worst with stubbed toes, and I literally give it to you. It's worse. That's the worst thing ever. Breaking a toe when you stub, it's the worst thing ever. But it's not the normal. It's not the normal experience when you stub your toe. And so I just have to say, like, if we're comparing them in general, like, I stub my toe, it hurts like a bitch. I hobble around a little bit, I skip, it shakes off, and I'm not going to stub my toe again for 3 months to 3 years.
When we came out, that's not. It's not true. It happens way more than that. I don't know. I don't know why you think it's so
You're in a
infrequent.
job where you're working with paper.
How often
you
do you
can have multiple paper cuts at a time. And as soon as it happens, it's like a paper cut is like nails on a chalkboard. As soon as you hear that,
It's summertime, people. That means fun in the sun and new sponsors here at TasteBuds. Firstleaf. Welcome to the show. Firstleaf is great. I love the summertime, and I love summertime activities. You know, barbecues, pool parties. Maybe you go camping, whatever it is. It's always a good time. And for those occasions, I'm somebody that likes to have a bit of wine on the ready to go. And that's why I like Firstleaf. Firstleaf makes it super easy to get personalized wine boxes delivered on my schedule or your schedule, because you'll be ordering for you, not for me, unless you want to order for me. Since you get to choose the day your shipment comes, you can go out, have all your summer fun without stressing about missing a delivery. Then when you come home, the wine's there, arriving on the day you need it to, because you're there to receive it, and then you take it out with you on the next outing or whatever it is. Get started with Firstleaf. Here's all you got to do. You answer some quick questions about your likes, your dislikes on the website. Their expert team is going to select a customized assortment of world-class wine based on your preferences. Personally, I do enjoy a rosé in the summertime. I also like a crisp white, but I also like a nice red. I am a bit of a wine enthusiast, if you will, but I also have a picky palate. Not an advanced palate, but a picky palate. And I like that the quiz and answering these questions is helping me get the stuff that I want because I know what I like and I'm going to get that. Plus, I'm also getting Firstleaf's 100% satisfaction guarantee. I love this. Make sure you got great wine when you want it this summer. You go to Firstleaf. So just head on over to tryfirstleaf.com. That's TRYFIRSTLEAF.com/tastebuds. You're going to sign up there, and you're going to get your first 6 hand-curated bottles for just $44.95. That's incredible. You don't get 6 bottles of wine that are good or decent or worth your time for $44.95. Trust me, this is a great deal. Go and try Firstleaf at tryfirstleaf.com/tastebuds. Again, tryfirstleaf.com/tastebuds. That's tryfirstleaf.com/tastebuds. Your first 6 bottles for under $8 a bottle. Firstleaf.com/tastebuds. Folks, Game Time, one of the regular sponsors here at the Taste Buds podcast. Game Time is a great app. When you want to get those last-minute tickets for any sort of event, whether it's sports, whether it's music, theater, whatever, Game Time is going to help you get those tickets for the best prices available. They're going to get you the best seats available, and you're going to get all of this done headache-free. That's the great thing about Game Time. You want to go to an event, and, you don't always have the time to plan months in advance. Things come up, things happen. Sometimes you just need to go when you need to go. And when you need to go, you end up a lot of the time stressing out about getting the right tickets. Are these any good? Am I getting ripped off? Can we see from where the seat is? Blah, blah, blah. Game Time is taking care of all of that. They've got views from the seats, so you can see exactly what it's going to look like when you sit down. It's the lowest price guarantee, as I said. There's event cancellation protection. There's job loss protection. This is the place to go. And Game Time guarantees that you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less money, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. That's amazing. Anyway, download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code TASTEBUDS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TASTEBUDS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Folks, Joe DeRosa here from the Taste Buds Podcast. I got live shows coming up, and you're going to get all the info and tickets for those live shows at joederosa.com. Where am I going to be? September 16th, Avenel, New Jersey, at the Avenel Performing Arts Center. September 21st and 22nd, Toronto. In Canada, at the JFL Just for Laughs Festival in Toronto. Las Vegas, Nevada, September 29th through October 1st at Skankfest. And then the big one, Philadelphia, PA, November 11th, Theater of the Living Arts. That's the big hometown show. Again, get your tickets at joederosa.com. All right? And if you need more of me as you wait with bated breath to see me live doing I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, you can head now to wherever you get digital music to hear my new record, The Penthouse Papers, Selected Readings. It's me reading all the op-eds I did for Penthouse Magazine for a few years. None of the Rose Garden material, but a whole bunch of other material. That's with a Special Thing Records. Again, wherever you get your digital music, it's available now. And last but not least, if you're in New York City, come see us at Joey Rose's. Have a sandwich, have a drink, joeyrosesnyc.com.
Hello, guys, and I just want to give you some dates right now. The very last weekend of the Jokers Tour, for now, the first leg, is happening July 27th, 28th, and 29th. We're at Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry, Gamebridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, and the Stifle Theater for 2 shows on the 29th in St. Louis. Those are available at impracticaljokerslive.com. Come the new year, we will be adding the second leg of this tour. So if you didn't see us yet, don't fret. Other than that, the reason we are shifting is because I am going back on the second leg of my solo tour. And I am filming a special in December at the Vic Theater in Chicago and Chicago's surrounding greater metropolitan area. I chose you, come out and support your boy. Leading up to that, I will be at the Hartford Funny Bone in August. I will be at the Syracuse Funny Bone in September. I will be at there was another Funny Bone in there, and I don't remember, Albany, the Albany Funny Bone in August as well. And then we're doing Bowling Green, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Ohio, Toledo, Wilkes-Barre, Bear, I never know, guys, I'm sorry, in Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, Macon, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, Athens, Georgia, Peoria, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Springfield, Illinois, and then I'm doing a very special one-night warm-up show right before the special in Elkhart, Indiana at the Lerner Theater. Those tickets, if not yet, are going to be on sale very soon at salvulcanocomedy.com. Pay attention to my socials because I'm going to tweet all the pre-sale stuff to get the best tickets first. That's pretty much it. Check out my merch and check out the podcast merch. Go to salvulcanocomedy.com. Jokers are starting up again. Season 10, the second half of that, Thursday nights at 10 on TBS and True TV. I love you. I will see you on the road. I'm very excited.
Here's the thing. There are two different types of pain. You know, toe stub is Homer Simpson. Oh, tired. You know, dope pain. Paper cut is, you know.
Like I was saying, I feel like it's nails on a chalkboard. I recoil at the thought of a paper cut. Like I bang my arm into something. This is just banging your toe into something.
It's not
this
the
other
equivalent
one
of banging
is
your
piercing
arm.
flesh, drawing blood, and an open wound that needs to heal. The thing I don't like about the paper cut
Barely
is
any
that
blood.
it lingers. Especially if it's in an inopportune place. If it's somewhere on your hand, knuckle, you know, your knee, your leg, whatever, I mean knee, but like it's going to open every time you move your hand, and it's going to take, you know, a week, 2 weeks to heal. And it's going to be nagging
3 days.
and annoying.
3 days. Little Neosporin.
No, I don't know.
Patch it
3
right
days.
up.
I think it could go longer than that. But my point is,
It does linger more
if
than
you're not
yeah.
breaking your foot on a stubbed toe, you're going to shake that off in about a minute or two. So, I mean, which one would I rather do? I don't want to break my toe. In that respect, you got me dead to rights. But that's such a small percentage that I don't want to hang the battle on that. And so if I'm looking at your average experience with both, oh, man, a paper cut, just the thought of it makes me like go, ooh. A stubbed toe doesn't do that. You know what I mean? To think that you're just slitting through your skin at like this little, that's just so gross.
I think I'm seeing a lot. I mean, maybe I'm mislooking here, or misjudging rather, but it looks like there's a lot of paper cut.
Saying it's worse?
Yeah, paper cut is a short, sharp shock. Oh, but no, this is the first one I read is pro stub toe, but the stub toe's got you hopping around in agony forever. Chapstick can fix a paper cut in a few seconds. When I stub my toe, I have to get in the fetal position. That's a great point.
I've never heard that in my entire life. Never heard one single person say put chapstick on a paper cut. Ever, ever, ever. Have you? Have you?
No, but
All right,
that's
so
not
you got 120 years of life here.
But that's not the point that I was saying is a good point.
Okay.
You know, I equated chapstick to Neosporin or whatever. I mean, I think she's saying you put petroleum jelly on it.
You're nursing a wound, though. You got to put a bandage on. If you're going to get it wet or not, you're applying
You don't have to
ointment.
put a bandage on
You're
it.
applying ointment.
So
now you're in the hole for $7-8.
You don't have to put a bandage on it.
Oh, you do.
I never
Either
band-aid
to stop
it.
bleeding or to keep it from opening every time you touch something.
I got to be honest with you. I've seldomly had a paper cut bleed. Maybe a teensy bit of blood to the surface initially, but that's gone very quickly. And I can't remember the last time I put a Band-Aid on a paper cut. In fact, most places I would argue on, because paper cuts, it's hands. Let's not pretend like we're getting them in other places. Most of the places on the hand that you would get a paper cut, you can't put a Band-Aid anyway. You know, like unless
That's why it's terrible.
Right on the.
If it's in that scenario.
But my point is like, there's no real bandaging and all that. You put a little Neosporin on it; it's usually gone in a few days. That's a pain in the ass. I
Fact
agree.
of the matter is, though, you know, you're tending to an open cut that's lasting days and could reopen and is nagging and is annoying. I mean, you know, like
You know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like when I look at both at face value, if I'm not breaking my toe, I'll just stress that one more time. I'm gonna go, jump around a bit, rub it a little bit, in about a minute, 2 minutes tops after, it never happened.
Well, you know what I think is worse than a paper cut? A bad hangnail.
Oh, that's bad.
A bad hangnail, or even cutting.
That's bad. That's the worst of all of them, I think.
even cutting a fingernail too low or a toenail too low, that to me is worse than a paper cut. Now look,
we should do hangnail versus bee sting. No, hangnail's worst. Hangnail's terrible. It's the worst. It beats everybody.
You think it beats bee sting?
Yeah.
Oh wow, put a pin in that. All right. But now look,
what's going on here? What's going on
it's
here?
Jackass.
Oh, I can't. See, I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it.
But
I'll watch Steve-O stub his toe all day long. He's opening.
They did it, but hold on. Jackass, they did the worst version of it. They did the webbing of their fingers and toes. Yes, that makes me cringe too.
Oh God!
But that's like this is the paper cut equivalent to on Jackass they hit their toe with a hammer and it was called the toe stub. You know what I mean? Like they're doing it so awful. But yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, Steve-O at one point does it to the corners of his mouth.
It's giving me anxiety.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But you know, I think
on the visceralness alone,
stub toe just puts you down, dude. It's like I can't. I see red when I. Here's what I would say: paper cut, I'm annoyed. God damn it! Now I got to deal with this. Stub toe, I'm angry.
Okay.
I'm angry at God when it happens.
Okay.
Like, why are you doing this to me right now?
Okay. And you don't get angry at God with the paper cut.
No, with a paper cut, it's more like a dog that won't start barking, where it's like, oh, great.
You're saying it's an annoyance.
Yes, that's how I see it.
If I think of the two of them, one makes me shudder. That's got to be the one that I think's worse, right?
I don't know, because it's this is what's so hard about this one is because paper cut is length. I think you would shudder if Jackass did some variation of a stub toe stunt. I think you would also go, oh, like it's.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean. It has that quality of like when you get shocked when you bite tinfoil or when you hear screeching.
Yes,
it's got that like, oh God, please stop, please make it stop.
But stub toe has the quality of hit your thumb with the hammer. When you're nailing, so
yeah,
I
stubbed my toe a long time ago.
You don't break your thumb when you do that. When you do that, you're like, oh my God. You know what's a good one? That's a good one. Hit the thumb with a hammer versus something.
Yeah.
Finger in the car door. Whoa.
Oh God, dude. My friend, I was on a road trip in 2003 to New Orleans, and we had a minivan. And Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Our buddy Brian Johnson. Shout out Brian Johnson.
Lead singer of AC/DC.
Correct. No.
Yeah.
Our buddy from Comic Book Men and
Tell him Steve Dave
and more. I was getting out, so I was getting out of the back, so I held on to that, like where the divider between the front door and the back door is. I held that, and he got out of the front door and slammed the door shut, and all four of my fingers were in the door, all four, and the door closed fully. And I just yelled, and I was like, open the door, my hand, open the door. It just felt like my hand was being crushed. And he's like, oh, and he opened it, and I just looked, and my hand, it literally was a divot across all four fingers. It was like indented and already black and blue. And I was like, oh my God. The only thing that saved me was the fact that there was like that stripping.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I literally
How bad
broke
did they
all my
get?
bones. It was bad. Now, do you know what he did immediately? He just mocked me immediately. And to this day, it's 20 years. We went April 2003. 20 years later, he'll say one time, look at me and go, open the door, my hand, open the door, like making fun of my accent, I guess. But it's a pain I've never lost.
I once closed the. We did it.
What about your hand in between, like where the hinge is?
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh my God!
I once. This makes me laugh. I once slammed the
shower door,
the car trunk, and my dad's head was in the way.
Oh no!
And like the latch hit him right.
Oh. Oh. Fuck.
He was holding his head going.
He was cracking up.
No, dude,
I know.
He was so hurt.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know. We did. You know what's so funny?
It's Three Stooges kind of.
It is. We did a monologue when I wrote for the Pete Holmes Show called "Oops Comedy," and I told Pete that story, and I was laughing this hard. and he was like, we got to do a monologue called Oops Comedy. Like, you step on the rake, it hits you in the head, like, thing falls off the shelf onto your head. Like, it's so funny. Finger in the car door was one. Like, it's so funny. And I think we said it. It's like Three Stooges. Like, it's just so fun. Oh, my God, I teared up. I was laughing so hard. Oh, my God. It's just very funny stuff.
Continue with the phones here. I don't know who's going to win this. I think you are, because I think people are going to be like, you break your toe. Stubbed toe.
No, I'm not. I haven't seen that once. That's the first broken toe one I just saw from Shan here, but I'm seeing a lot of. Heather says,
stubbed my toe off a radiator and broke it. Never broke a bone from a paper cut. Clear winner. Then the next person says, I have a scar from a gnarly paper cut, but never from a stubbed toe. Stubbed toe pain goes away after a while, Joe. Paper cut is lasting effect.
That's very funny. Like that they're addressing it. That
paper cut lives on forever. Give me a stubbed toe any day. I hope they understand that they're choosing the one that is worse.
I think they do.
So if you have a higher percentage of stubbed toe, I win. You understand?
No.
Yes. I just hope.
No, you're voting
worse?
for the one that's worse.
Right.
So whatever higher percentage one wins.
Oh.
Yeah. You're saying.
Then what am I thinking?
I don't know. You're saying paper cut is worse, so it would have a higher percentage if you vote for that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still the same. The cut. I'm seeing a lot of the cut lasts long. In a world oversaturated with hand sanitizers,
I like this.
Paper cuts make you suffer more than just once. That is a great point. That was what I thought
said
of.
Citrus, but hand sanitizer, sure.
Wait,
can you scroll back 1 second, ma'am? A little more. So she says here, I like the way she worded this. Stubbed toe is horrid, but pain lasts minutes. Paper cut will remind you who the boss is every chance it can get.
I see. Here's the thing with a paper cut, though. If you're not hand sanitizing or dealing in citrus,
I don't want to know you if you're not dealing in citrus.
You can forget about the paper cut pretty quick. I mean, it's not like it's reopening in a way every day that you're going, oh my God, it hurts so bad.
But it is, and I'm always sucking on it and like it's like.
It's not like. Did you ever crack a fingernail? Like I had my aunt's door slammed on my thumbnail and it broke my thumbnail in half.
Losing a nail. Oh.
That was a throbbing pain. That's a combination almost of these two things together. That was a throbbing pain that literally woke me from sleep at times. It hurt for days and days and days. That's not the way a paper cut is reopening, is my point. You know, I get that it lasts longer, but anyway. Paper cut is the equivalent of your parents telling you they're not mad, just disappointed in you. A stubbed toe is the equivalent of dropping a slice of pizza on the floor. I kind of get what he means by that. Excuse me. Imagine each one.
Paper cuts are fun because you get to see inside your skin.
I do agree with that. Imagine each one. Which one can make you feel more vividly in your mind? It's paper cut every time. When I stub my toe, I make myself sit in it as I scream expletives and tell myself I deserve it for not paying attention. But paper cuts are worse. I think paper cut's going to take this. The thought of stubbing my toe doesn't cause me the same emotional damage as the idea of a paper cut. Wow. Paper cuts continue to hurt well after the initial cut. I once got a paper cut under my fingernail. Wow, yeah. Paper cut hurts much longer. When you forget about it, boom, it hurts again.
Man.
You're going to take this. God damn it. You're going to take this.
I thought it was going to be all, hello, you could break your foot stubbing your toe.
I thought I'd get a little traction on that too, but we got 10,000 votes here, and it's lean and paper cut.
Time for the humble pie. 10,000 votes. Pimpy is choosing stubbed toe. Whoa.
Oh my God, is that the closest ever?
No, we had a tie once.
Oh yeah, we did.
We had a tie once. I mean, this is insane. If it went a little longer, it could go anyone's way.
Yeah, you're right.
Stubbed toe wins with 50.7 to paper cuts 49.3%. We split that last percentage point.
That is wild.
Dude, that's crazy.
Now, I'd like to point out, we had
crazy.
We had to take a long pause in the middle of this episode because Pimp needed a memory card that he didn't have, and he left. Had that not happened, you might have won this.
I wish you could have checked what it was like an hour ago.
Wow, that's rematch territory.
It is. And what's
undoubtedly,
even more crazy is that it was 90+% paper cut in the phone, on the phones.
That's what I wonder, if people commenting aren't always voting, because that's happened a couple times now, and it's happened to your favor. There have been a couple times where we've read comments, and I've been like, "Holy God, I'm going to take this 100%," and then I lose.
I hope. I want to know. Okay, can you go back to that, Pim? The percentages. Here's what I'm gonna posture. Okay. I think inevitably, even if it's very minute, there is a small percentage of people who inadvertently said, "I'd rather have a stubbed toe than a paper cut," and clicked on stubbed toe. And the winning percentage is so small that I wonder if that played any factor. But that being said, it would be the same in reverse, right? You'd have someone being like,
Sure.
"I'd rather have a paper cut."
Sure.
So maybe that washes itself out. This is crazy, man. By the phones, I thought you were going to get trounced.
Let's make a note.
Trounced is a fun word.
This has to be a rematch somewhere down the line. I mean, that's so close.
People don't say trounced enough.
Trounced?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
I feel like I must know the word, but I don't know it.
Like if I blew you out, like
Oh, I'm going to trounce on that?
yeah.
or do you say-
well, like it's like drubbing, a real drubbing. Those two words never really get used.
Drubbing?
Like if you beat me 90-10, that was a drubbing. You trounced me.
Jesus, dude. I would have, up until you just said that to me, thought trounced meant pounced. Like I'm going to pounce on that.
I don't believe so. Can you Google trounced? You're making me second guess myself.
I think just because of the sound of it, I thought that. Yeah, defeat heavily in a all right. Well, buddy, I still love you.
I love you too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the